old folks say, sit down somewhere. Sit down. Just sit down. Look at somebody and say, sit down. Somewhere. Look at somebody else and tell them, sit down. Somewhere. Y'all may be seated. Y'all sit down somewhere. Amen, amen, amen. Well, have y'all heard this before? Most of us, if you have some might call good parents, you heard this when you was up doing too much. And they said you need to, or you better get somewhere and sit down before I do something to you. Anybody had their parents say it to them? I'm telling you, you better sit down somewhere. No, and when you hear it like that, you already know the next day ain't gonna be good. If they tell you sit down somewhere, now they say you better get somewhere. And add that get somewhere to it, you already know what's coming next, don't you? And some of us just need to do that in the spirit. We need to sit down somewhere. We're doing too much in the spirit. I think about being a parent is somehow when you've been a parent, and then I think about this as I became parents and now grandparents. You develop this instinct, this intuition, this discernment that you don't even have to see your children, to know your children need to get somewhere and what? You ain't got to see them, you just feel in your spirit. You can be in one room and they in another room, and they ain't got to be doing nothing. What I mean is they ain't making no noise. What you doing in there? You better get out. You better get somewhere and sit down. You developed it as parents that you ain't got to be in the same room with them to know that they need to be sitting down somewhere. We developed this as parents. Especially mothers know they can do it real good. As kids, when we hear our parents or grandparents yell at us, when they yell at us, and when they yell at us, nobody just, when they say it, they don't just say it calmly, do they? They don't just say, you need to sit down, be quiet, It's not calm and polite. It's emphasized with some power, some bass. They say it with the chest. They say it a little loud. Get somewhere and sit down. They know, they force it. They really verbalize it, right? As you mature, you realize this phrase is more about protecting you. They're restricted. See, when you're a kid, all you can see is what you can't do. When they tell you sit down now, in your mind, I can't have no more fun. I wasn't doing nothing really. I was just playing. I was playing with my toys. Whatever you was doing, you feel like now you're restricted from that. You have to stop doing what you was once doing, right? You ever feel like, when you was a kid growing up, your parents tell you to sit down somewhere, you having fun, you running around, jumping on the bed, jumping on the couch, or whatever you're doing that you might thought was fun at that time, then they tell you to stop. You feel restricted, correct? But I thought about this more. It's about protecting us from ourselves. Because as you become a parent, you realize that if you allow your children to continue operating the way they are operating, continue doing the things that they are doing, eventually they're going to hurt themselves. They don't see nothing about bouncing on the bed, bouncing on the couch, jumping from here to there. They just having fun, but there's a bill waiting to happen for somebody because they're going to break a leg, break a wrist, they're going to hurt themselves, they're going to be crying. You got to miss work to take them to the... They don't see all that. You protected them from themselves, and you don't realize as a child that they love you enough to tell you to get somewhere and sit down. As a child, you see it as you restricting me, you holding me back, you keeping me from having my fun. You too old, you just don't understand. This is how we do it now. We don't see that, as parents, they think. But we understand that it's more about protecting them from themselves. hurting them. Because some hurt is harder to bounce back from than others. I'm telling you. As a parent with responsibilities, you realize if you continue to allow your kids to act up, they will eventually not only hurt themselves, but may break something that is valuable. So when you allow your kids, you got something planned up there. So when you continue to allow your kids to misbehave and have fun, if they think they end up hurting themselves or breaking something, something's still playing up there. There's something, they'll break something that's very valuable that you will have to end up paying for later on with money that you don't have to spare on replacing broken things. Anybody just got money laying around just to replace some broken things that the kids and grandkids done broke? They don't realize how much some things cost. They just playing. They don't realize that you have to sacrifice working extra and doing extra things just to replace what you already have. Now then they want to ask for other stuff. Like, hey, you really have to replace that? They don't understand replacement. Because most parents understand the value of a dollar, and most children think all parents got money. Parents and grandparents always have money if they feel that. So today, I want to take that same approach in the house of God. So I gave y'all the breakdown. So now we can bring that same approach to the house of God, okay? To those of us that are stressed out, overwhelmed, overworked, upset and tired. You got any of those people in the house? You got anybody that's stressed over anything? Depressed about some stuff? Overworked, overwhelmed, tired, upset about some things? Need to get somewhere and sit down. That's all you need to do is get somewhere and just sit down. If you don't realize when God said, obey the seventh day, it was for our protection when we are overworked, stretched beyond our limits, overwhelmed, tired of being sick and tired. Anybody got that tired of being sick and tired? You need to get somewhere and sit down. We can say that the Sabbath is God's way of saying, before you hurt yourself and others, before you break something or someone that's valuable, get somewhere and sit down. See, 1 Corinthians 9:27 say, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself shall be a castaway. The Sabbath, which is the seventh day, and God created it for rest. In Hebrews, which I don't like to use much, I don't like using Hebrew's term a lot because I don't speak Hebrew, but Shabbat is the Hebrew word for Sabbath. And it means to stop, to pause, to rest. And God did that during creation. Okay? When you go to Exodus, 20:8, it said, remember the seventh day and keep it holy, right? The sixth day thou shalt honor and do all that work. Verse 10 said, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, and thou shalt do no work. Mark 2:27. Right now, like I said, we're getting on the ride. In a minute, we're gonna get to coasting. So I'm trying to get all my foundation down so y'all can really understand what I'm trying to tell y'all. Mark 2:27 say, and he said unto them, the Sabbath is made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. If God. Jesus are our example. God and Jesus are our example that we should follow. So when God was creating the heavens and the earth, when God started creating the heavens and earth, when you looked at Genesis 1, it say God created, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And he looked on the earth, and the earth without form, covered with water in the deep, and the Spirit of the Lord, looked upon the face of the waters of the earth. And then it said, then God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God seen the light, and he saw the light was good. And that was the end of the first day, the second day, and so on. And every time he created something, he said, it was good. And he moved to the next day. Got the man, and, created every creepy thing, every foul thing, everything that fly, everything in every cattle, all that stuff, the trees, everything. He looked at everything and said, it was good, right? Then he got the man, so let's make man in our own image, right? And let's have dominion over everything. Let them take dominion over all these things. He did all that, and then he said after the 6th day, he said, it was good. And then on the 7th day, the Lord rested, right? The Lord rested on the 7th day. He didn't rest because he was tired. He rested to take a moment to look back at his work, to look and see and enjoy what he have done. But for us, it's for us to take a break because we do get tired. We need to stop sometime because some of us, if we didn't rest, we keep working ourselves to death. We don't know how to stop. We don't know how to take a break. We don't know how to go nowhere. We don't know how to take a vacation. We don't know how to take a time out. We just keep going and going and going and going and going and going until you get so sick that you can't go. You go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, pay all this money, get rested up and go and go. It's a cycle. You work till you go to the doctor. You get out the hospital or get well again. You work until you about pass out. You take whatever rest you need to take for those 4 days. Now you're behind in your bill, and now you got to catch up, and you're working 7 days a week trying to catch up, and then all of a sudden, you can't catch up because you're not doing it the way the Lord say do it. If you're working more than 6 days, then you're not doing what the Lord tell you to do. I ain't got ahead of myself, but they're all going to make sense in a minute. God was teaching us that we are not to get so tied up in what we have or what we haven't accomplished that we don't acknowledge what we have done good in our life. So a lot of times, we keep working because we're trying to get something. I got to get this car. I got to get this house. I got to make extra money. So I work extra to try to get these things. I'm trying to accomplish something. I got a goal I'm trying to reach. So you overwork yourself trying to reach these goals and don't realize all the things that you already had accomplished. It's kind of like this one guy, he was trying to save, $10,000, okay? And he had saved $9,700. He was $300 short. He was upset. He was mad. He's like, I can't save it. Just forget it. I'm just going to go and spend it. And he just started spending his money because he didn't reach his goal. He didn't realize that you done saved $9,700. You done saved more than you ever saved. But he couldn't even enjoy the $9,000 because he didn't reach that extra $300. He was more concerned about the $300 than the $9,700 that he had already saved. He didn't get, because he was trying to save for something, he didn't even get what he was trying to save for because he was $300 short. Because he wanted to save it at a certain time and he didn't make that goal at that certain time, so he said, forget it. And that's what we do a lot of times. Because we keep trying to work and strive for certain things. And we just keep working, and don't take time to realize what we have accomplished, what we have done. And that's why God said, rest on the 7th day. I'm trying to follow God, but I keep making mistakes. So I keep trying, because I keep trying to be perfect, a perfect person, not realizing how far I have come. A lot of times, what we do, we're trying to follow God, right? We're trying to be perfect, but we keep making mistakes, right? Anybody made mistakes in here? So when you make these mistakes, you focus on that mistake you done made and don't realize all the great things you have done, all the accomplishments, how far you really came, all the things you done, but you're so focused on what you done messed up on that you can't appreciate what you have done. And that's what God's trying to tell you. If you just stop for a second and look and say, stop and smell the roses, stop and just appreciate what you have done. But me, I get confused on what I don't know about God sometimes. That that we don't stop to appreciate what I have done, God. So, no, I so focus on what I don't. Anybody be focused on what they don't know about the Bible, what they don't know about God? Focus on what you do know about God. Tell people what you know. You be like, well, I don't preach like so-and-so. I don't talk like so-and-so. I can't pray. How do you talk to God? Tell them what you know about God. Have he healed you? Have he blessed you? So you worry about how big the blessing is in your eye. But a blessing is a blessing to God. All of them the same size to God. If he gave you $1, he give him $1 million to God. It don't matter because he owns all of it anyway. You can't take none of it with you. It's all going to be left here when you leave. That $1 and that $1 million going to be left right here. So the blessing doesn't matter to God. It's their size to God. Like there's no size to sin. There's no size to blessing to God. He do what's needed and necessary for you. He can give you $1 million, but can you handle $1 million? $1 million may drive you crazy. $1 million may drive you to do things that you never thought you would be doing. $1 million drive you away from God, so he can't give you $1 million because you don't know how to act with $1 million. You'll act a plumb fool. You be like, them, y'all gonna make me act a fool. That be you. Have you seen so-and-so? I ain't seen them since they got that $1 million. Last thing I know, they was overseas somewhere. Well, now they in jail. What they in jail for? I don't know. They overseas somewhere locked up. Be like UGK. They got me locked up, won't let me out. I'm just saying. Some things you can't. The blessing that God give you is just for, it's catered to you. It's designed specifically for you. Your blessing won't work for me. I want what you got. If I get what you got, I'll catch all hell trying to handle what you have. I sure wish I had that car they got. You don't know what that car is costing that person. The problems they having with that car. Or what they had to do just to get it. They didn't work 3 years every day, 12 hours a day. And the next 2 years, they spend it at the doctor because their body didn't wore out. But you want that car, though. You want what they have. I'm way off my notes. I don't know. I just got it for nothing over here, I guess. This is the reason why God put in the Sabbath for a pause, for us to stop, to look at what we have done. It's not to slow us down or to stop the work that we have started, but a way for us to look at what we have done. I think about people that starts a business. When you start a business, it's hard. So you got to put in all this extra work, right? And you got to work more than you need to work because you're trying to get it off the ground, right? And then when you get it off the ground, you still got to work a lot because you can't afford for nobody to work for you because you can't pay nobody. And ain't nobody going to work for free until you get up on your feet. So now you got to do all this extra work, right? Trying to establish your business. So you're working 6, 7 days a week. And you don't even stop to see what you accomplish. I'm going somewhere with this. Just keep on holding on for a second. Why is this so important, you ask? Because we can get our value, our production, we can get all that, right? Of what we're doing from what we have, our process. And other people's perspective. So how do you value yourself? How do you look at yourself? Most people look at themselves based on what other folks think about them. If other folks think you look good, you think you look good. You shouldn't think you look good regardless of what they say. You waiting on somebody to tell you that you look good, you ain't gonna never look good. Because some people ain't gonna never tell you that. You think you're successful based on somebody else's success. Your success should be what you think it is. But we base our value on what we have. You feel like if you got a house that you buying and not renting, you value it. I mean, you done made it somewhere. You got a car that's less than 5 years old that's paid for. You base all your values based on what you own, what people say about you, your possession, and what you can produce. That's how we look at life. I bet you're like, what kind of preaching? But I'm saying this is how we look at life. We look at life based on what everybody else think we should have or should be doing. Why you live your life based on what people think you should be doing? People think you should be married because they married. Or you think you should be married because all your friends married. So you looking at them, I ain't married yet. Well, you might not. Have you ever looked at their marriages? Really? Do you know what they're dealing with in their marriages? Okay, let me move on. Everybody look good on Facebook, hugged up and smiling and taking pictures. You go to their house, they sitting on one side and the other person sitting on the other side. Ain't saying a word to each other. Don't even talk to each other. Most married people don't talk to each other at home. They only talk when they're around other folks because they look good. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. Did you know you talked more before you got married than you did once you get? Because see, before you get married, you got something that you're trying to get. Y'all both trying to accomplish something. And then once you get married, all that, you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. When you get married, you live the Sabbath day. You rest and pause. Before you get married, you working 7 days a week. You trying to get it in there. Oh, let me move on. I'm just saying. This is the reason most people try to control what people think about them. Stop trying to control what people think about you. Because we allow what others think about us to impact what we think about ourselves. You trying to dress the part, look the part, talk the part, walk the part, and all the time you falling apart. Everybody want baby hair. Clark. Everybody want that baby hair. Pull it back, let it come out, pull a twirl. Got so much stuff slept upside your head. Just shining everywhere. I'm telling you, boy. Is it just, I thought hair is supposed to be soft. Baby hair hard. But when I touch a baby hair is soft. But when them grown folks got baby hair, it's hard, ain't it? That still don't go nowhere. That's why I said snap to the head. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, let me move on. So y'all got me off my nose. I'm just saying what people do. Why you want to think about baby hair that somebody else did? Now you want baby hair. Tell me, I can do that too. But it impact what people we allow what they think to impact what we think about ourselves. This is why it doesn't matter. See, if you don't worry about what they think about you, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. Why? I heard somebody say in the spirit, why, Bishop? Oh, thank you. Because I didn't gain anything while they did like me, and I ain't lose nothing when they stopped liking me. See, if you depend on them, you feel like you lost something when they stopped liking you. The people you feel like you getting something, you ain't getting nothing from them. But a lot of aggravation, frustration. So if it doesn't matter what they think about you, you don't lose nothing when they stop liking you, stop talking to you. But when you value everything they say, you can't function without they words to you. But most people's life is truly tied to their work. Now, this is what I'm saying. Most people's life is tied to their work. What they have and what people think of them, which cause them to keep doing and going with no rest. And we find ourselves saying things like, when you see people that's working all the time, over and over trying to accomplish something, you know what we say about it? Well, they grinding, they hustling. Oh, they doing it now, boy. Look at it. They working every day. Oh, they doing it big. That's what we say. Most of them they getting it in now, ain't they? They getting it in. You know what we say in church? We say, oh, they committed. They faithful. I know they living right. And then what we say? On the outside looking in, they may accomplish and achieve a lot of things. They may have a lot of possessions. But let me tell you this. It all comes at an expense. It all comes at an expense that we wouldn't even have to pay if we just do it God's way. Because while we may reach our goal in life, we are destroying our souls. You know, Matthew 16:26 says best. For what is it a man profit if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what should a man give in exchange for his soul? You think, what is the exchange? You working all this time and everything be gone in a drop of a dime. Disobeying the Sabbath doesn't mean you won't move forward, but it does mean eventually your soul gets sick, your soul gets tired, your soul gets restless. Oh, Dr. John Mark, I like to say from the Bay, saying there's a thing called hurry sickness. I have to look him up. I want to do some research on old John Mark. I thought about John Mark. Only John Mark I ever heard was the one in the Bible. But it's actually a doctor named John Mark, and he got called worry sickness. He said it's different stages. And the first stage is restlessness, when you overwork yourself, you know, feeling the urge to continue to be moving and doing something. I got that sometimes. I feel like I got to keep doing something. Anybody got that? That restlessness, got to just keep doing something. Got to keep grinding. Then you got those workaholics, right? Non-stop activity. With every little time, very little time, don't take no time off work. Every time you see them, they at work, grinding over and over. Then you say you got the emotional numbness. Losing the ability to be deeply present with your feelings. I think a lot of people got that. They don't want to be in touch with their feelings. Because they want to keep busy, so they don't want, and those other times when you get in touch with your feelings, it stops you. You start to caring about things and caring about people that you're like, hold on just a minute, no, I don't want to do that. Then a lot of people that their priorities out of order. Feeling the urge to constantly, spend time on things that are not urgent instead of things that's really important in their life. The lack of care for their own body. When you treat your body like a tool and not like God's temple. But I'm going to be talking about it in August, so I ain't gonna dwell on this too much. But a lot of times, we treat our body as a tool. We just, like a robot, we just get up, go to work, get just enough rest just to work again. Self-care is real. Self-care is really important. I'm just trying to tell y'all. And then you got this escape behavior. A lot of people escape watching TV, social media, substance abuse, got that, escape behavior, and then you got that slippage of spiritual discipline. Stop, neglecting prayer, neglecting reading your Bible, quiet time with God, because you're too busy. You come home, go straight to sleep. I ain't got time right now. I pray when I wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning, you rush it, and you don't get a chance to pray. Then you get back. I don't read my Bible on my break. When you're so tired of break, you fall asleep on your break, and then you got to get right back up and go back to work. I'm just saying, these things happen. Isolation, feeling lonely because you're too busy to maintain a deep relationship. So I ask, Are you isolated by choice or by choice? Y'all looking like that don't make any sense, do it? Are you isolated by choice or by choice? Let me explain it to you. See, when you're isolated by choice, because you choose to pull yourself away from everybody, right? But when you're isolated by choice, because you're so rude to people, people refuse to be around you, so it's your choice because of the way you act. Because sometimes I can say things to people that are so rude that they like, I'm not even going to bother Bishop today. I'm not even going to call him. So I'm isolated by choice because it's my choice to be rude, right? I'm the one that don't speak to people properly. I'm the one that don't talk to them like I should talk to them. I'm the one that don't address them in the way that I should address them. So I'm isolated by choice because it's my choice the way I handle people, the way I speak to people, the way I abuse people. So are you isolated by choice or by choice? And sometimes we are by choice because of our action, the way we act. People just don't want to be around us. They don't want to be around you. I'm just saying. You know, it's crazy that people have, sometimes we can act in such a way that people have to put boundaries on what they allow us to do to them. They had to put boundaries to protect them from me. Ain't that something? Even those who love me have to set boundaries on me. Because believe it or not, there are some versions of me that will show up and will impact those around me. I guess I'm the only one, right? Everybody else has got just one version of themselves, you know. They don't never do nothing that's going to impact nobody else. But that's okay, though. It's about me. I understand. I'm going to be about me. What happens a lot of times is it's the you that God is calling you to be. Can't be because you overwhelmed, stressed out, depressed, or overworked. The reason why, like the Israelites that came out of Egypt, but the Egypt did not come out of them. So they continue wanting to work day in and day out, you know. They didn't want to do no rest. They were so used to working 7 days a week that when they got out of Egypt, the Egypt didn't get out of them. And so they kept on and kept on and kept on. It's just like us. We come out of the world, but the world's still in us. And so what I mean by that, the world is still in us, that we feel like we got to work 7 days a week because the world works 7 days a week. We feel like if we don't work every day, if we don't work our way into success, then we can't be successful. Because that's the world thinking. I remember when I was growing up, and see, nobody under 30 remember this because it didn't happen for them. But when I was growing up, everything shut down at about 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Everything. If you ain't went to the store by 6 o'clock Saturday night, you just can't go. I don't care what you want. Ain't no gas station, no convenience store, nothing. No restaurants. I mean, when I say nothing, ain't nothing open. How do we live? What you mean? We live real good. You know what time the store closed? What? Because ain't nothing open on Sundays. And you can't do nothing on Sunday. You can't wash on Sunday. You can't cook on Sunday. So at 6 o'clock on Saturday, you do all your washing, all your cooking, because all that got to be done. Because on Saturday is dedicated. Even the TV dedicated itself to the Lord. Everything shut down. So you got to cook 2 meals. You got to cook with 3 if you're eating 3 times a day. You got to cook your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner all on Saturday. You go to church. You get up, eat breakfast that you cooked that day before. You come home from church, you eat that dinner. Because you ain't doing no washing. You ain't folding no clothes. You ain't doing nothing on the Lord's day because that day was set aside for the Lord. And eventually, they start opening up stores because they want to make a little extra money. Open up this. We're going to stay open until 10 o'clock on Saturdays. And people like that. Oh, man, I ain't got to get nothing this Saturday. I can wait. Oh, we're going to stay open all day Saturday, but we close on Sunday. Then all of a sudden, they stay open half a day on Sunday. Now, even factories start opening up on Sundays. Now, everybody working 7 days a week. Everything open 7 days a week except for Chick-fil-A, you know. Hobby Lobby, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And they still make more than everybody else. Oh, we're going to get to it. Don't worry about it. If you do it like the Lord say do it. You got to do it like the Lord say do it. As a believer, God wants us to know we believe all things we say about him, all songs we sing about him. Do we believe that God can do in 6 what it take most to do in 7? Do you believe that? That God can bless you in 6 days what it take others 7 days to make. He'll bless you with the same amount in 6 days if you just dedicate a day to him. Chick-fil-A, Hobby Lobby. I ain't no spokesman for him. If y'all hear this, I'll be like, goodness. If y'all hear this now, put me on your payroll here now. I'm speaking for you now. Give me a couple of views over there. But now I'm saying, if you look at their profit margin, they make more during the week than most any other restaurants. They ain't got to work on Sunday. If you really do it the way the Lord say, he'll sustain you. He'll bless you. But you remember I said earlier, he can't bless you beyond your needs of your protection of your life. So if you're trying to get $1 million, you're going to have to get that $1 million. If God knows you can't sustain a Christ-like life with $1 million, he's not going to allow you, he's not going to give it to you. So you're going to have to get that yourself. And yeah, it's going to take you that extra day to get it. But let me tell you, once you get it, you're going to lose it just as fast as you got it. Because you didn't do it right. You're going to be happy for a little while because you got that $1 million. You're going to be just spending and you ain't understanding. You're just going to be just spending wildly and freely because you don't understand how to control that much money. Okay, let me move on. Y'all look at me like I'm crazy. But I'm just saying, when you can truly celebrate the Sabbath, you in opening say, God, you see, when you do what the God say on the Sabbath, you saying God, openly you saying to everybody, God, I believe what you say. See, we say we believe the songs that we sing and hear. We say we believe everything God can do, but our actions say we don't believe. Because we continue working when we don't have to work on the Sabbath day, but we're going to work that extra day because we got to make up for what we think we don't have. But then you telling God, I don't believe that you can do it. That's the truth. You can not take it. You can say as a, I don't believe in that. That's how it's set up. You have to trust God. You have to trust God and not lie to God. Let me explain myself. See, what you do is you say, okay, then I ain't going to work on the 7th day. I'm going to see, is God going to do it? See, now you're lying. Because you're not doing it from the heart. You're doing it from the hand. Because you want God to bless your hand financially. So the only reason you're not working on the 7th day, not because you trust God, because now you're trying to bait God. You're just doing to see, I don't see if he's going to really bless me more. I don't see if I'll make more in 6 days than 7 days. Because it's not about God now, it's about you. It's about what you want. Your heart is not really in that. And God's not going to move. You can't fool God. You can't trick God. You can't debo God to make him give you 6 because you just going, well, I'm going to see if he's going to do it. It don't work that way. You got to do it for real from the heart. I trust you, God. And if I got to lose some things to gain some things, then that's what I got to do. So you're afraid to lose to gain. The Bible says, who loses his life for mine will gain. So sometimes you got to lose some stuff to gain some things. So you don't want to lose that. You want to keep everything intact. Because if I don't work, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to let this get turned off. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose that. God said, don't worry about that. Yeah. Do you trust that I got you? Yeah. Then your point is, well, I lose it, but I need it back by next month. So now you put a stimulation on God when you got to have it back. Let God give it to you when he going to give it to you and how he going to give it to you and the way he going to give it to you. Not how you think it should come to you, when it should come to you. Just trust God. If you lose everything, trust God. Trust him through it all. And when he bring it back around, it may be 5 years later, but you're going to look back and you're like, man, I can't believe what I got now. I never thought I'd have this much. But you got to trust him. You got to trust him. You got to trust him. Because God can do in 6 what others can have to do in 7. The question on many of our minds is, how do I get God, Jesus? How do I get it? That's the question. How do I get this? How do I do this? Well, Jesus told Martha what he told David in Psalm 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am God. He told her in Luke 10 and 41. Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which shall not be taken from her. See, sometimes you just got to sit down and be still and know that God is God. The first thing we have to learn is to sit down. We always moving around, trying to fill out calendars, trying to do this and that, fix this problem, fix that problem, providing all these things for us and others. Most of the time we're doing things for everybody else and not nothing for us. But Jesus told Martha that Mary has chosen the better part by sitting at his feet. Sit down is an act of trusting God. It says, I don't have to earn God's attention. He already here with us. You ain't got, some people you got to get their attention. You got to do things. Sometimes we do things just to get somebody's attention. If you try to talk to this person or get this person, or you trying to get this job, you go make your resume look good, or you're going to try to dress a certain way to impress somebody. You ain't got to get God's attention. He already got it. Because you his precious, his prized possession. He died for you. So he going to be paying attention to everything you do. You ain't got to get his attention. You already has his attention. He already knows what is needed. And believe me, God knows what each of us need to accomplish what he has for us. Why do you think Paul wrote in Philippians 4:19? But my God shall supply all your needs according to the riches and glory by Christ Jesus. You don't have to do as much as you think if you just trust God. Supply all our needs is more than just money or success. It's the rest we need when we get too busy to take a break, thinking we have to get it done or some things will fail. It's when God show up and show up. You ain't got to get it done. Trust God. It'll get done. Trust God. It will get done. We have to learn to let go and let God be God in our life. Stop trying to do everything on your own. Stop trying to control what people think about you and feel about you. Let God be God in our life. Let God be God. And know that every little detail, and believe me, Isaiah 40 and 29 say, he gives power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases their strength. When you feel like you ain't got enough strength to do it, believe me, God will give you the strength to do it. When you feel like you can't accomplish something, when you feel like you can't go through this, God will give you the strength to stand up, like Perry and her sister did yesterday, and speak about their mother boldly. When you feel like you're too weak to do it, you'll find the strength to do it. God will strengthen you in a time of need. When you least expect it, that's what God will do, I'm telling you. Then after all of that, we must learn to be still. Be quiet. Quiet the noises in your head and in your heart. When things seem out of control and seem like sometimes you feel like you're in a whole bunch of chaos in your house, in your home, on your job, this is when you need to activate Psalm 46 and 10. Put it to action. When your work get overloaded at work and things and get out of place or at home, you just feel like you're about to lose it and you're about to just go out your mind. Anybody feel like they're just about to lose it? Activate Psalm 46 and 10. Be still, just, okay, God. It's just out of my control. And as I close, we're going to try. I want everybody just pause for a second. Just pause, be still in the presence of God. I want you to remember the same God who calmed the storms is present with us right now. In the name of Jesus, amen.